this thing focused? Focus. What are you doing? Is this a good angle? Do I look good? This camera's autofocus has been awful. Stay. Focus. Focus. Alright. Testing, testing. Good, we're rolling. Guys, this is like the 5th time that I've tried to shoot this video. Every time something goes wrong. Either the mic, you know, there's weird audio issues, or the camera is like doing some weird autofocus stuff. I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna complain. Just roll the intro. If I've learned anything in my brief time here on Earth, it is simply this. Movement brings healing. I've come to know this as a fact of nature itself. When things stop moving, they start dying. And the same goes for us human beings.
Listerine, green jar, sick clean, jalapeno, Emma, thick queens, mama mia rhymes, jalapeno peppers, click mean, large brick scene, mirages ours, quick mean cars, strict Dina law, make your quota, check your clock, shock aqua, concoct a potion, Blue Island lotion. I'm
gonna be honest with you guys. I have been struggling lately. I think that I have caught a really bad case of bum-itis, which is basically when you show symptoms of having lack of motivation, procrastination, generally just feeling lethargic, not really wanting to do much but the bare minimum. And essentially, it's when you just kind of find yourself in a period of life where you're kind of just bumming around. Not gonna lie, I've just been bumming around, not really doing that much, like I said, outside of the basics, and I've kind of just been coasting in life. And I don't like that. Honestly, I don't like that. I'm always a guy who wants to be chasing something. I want to be going after something, pursuing something, whether it's a career goal, a business goal, creative goal, financial goal, something like that, fitness. I've been still going to the gym. I've still been getting up, going to work, making money, but like, I don't know. I'm not even like putting that much effort into like my gym workout routines, for example. I've just been kind of going in there, doing like what I normally do. I'm not even challenging myself that much. And I've noticed I've been getting lazy on the little things. You know, the little things always come first. Like for instance, I never used to go to bed with dirty dishes in the sink. Like that was just never a thing. I always used to make sure that sink was empty when I went to bed. And lately I've been letting those dishes pile up. Like I just haven't had it within me to do the dishes until they get pretty bad, and then I have to do the dishes, right? This shirt that I've been wearing it for 3 days. It smells awful. And it's just stuff like that, you know, the little things that we do on a daily basis that just kind of keep us on track. Those have kind of gone to the wayside, and I've been seeing that I've been getting a little lazy on those as well. I've been praying a lot about it. I have been meditating about it. I have been putting a lot of thought into how to get that sort of edge back, I guess. And there's really 3 ideas that have kind of come to mind out of all this that I just kind of wanted to hop on camera and share with you guys real quick, in hopes that it will help you if you find yourself in kind of a similar sort of mindset and a similar sort of slump that I'm in right now.
Check, 1. Yeah.
Idea number 1 is that we don't negotiate with the enemy. We all know what that voice is in our head. Every time we have some sort of ambition, or every time we have a to-do list that we want to get to that day, that little freaking voice, man, I don't know what it is, that little demon voice always pops up in your head, right? That one that says, you shouldn't do this, you should push it off till tomorrow. Why are you doing this? There's no point to doing this. Like, that little voice right there, that's the enemy. And that you don't negotiate with. We don't negotiate with terrorists, okay? When that voice comes up, it's going to try to get you to push things off. It's going to try to get you to just do the bare minimum. Just do what you need to do that day. Don't go the extra mile. And this is why I'm a big fan of the to-do list. I'm a big fan of writing stuff down. And actually, I put little check boxes next to my to-do list so that I know I can just check off the box. And I find that super helpful because it makes it so that there's no guesswork in the day, right? I just get up every single day and I act. And this is literally what I've been telling myself, man. I'm like, I act like I am a robot that is not capable of choice at all, and that all I have is that to-do list, and I'm just gonna run through the list that day, regardless of how I feel, regardless of what that little demon voice tries to tell me. I'm not gonna push things off. I'm just gonna get to it. I'm gonna knock them off one by one. And that's how I've had to sort of approach my everyday life when I'm in slumps, like what I find myself in right now. It's like that freaking monster from Harry Potter, right? That like plant monster or whatever that tries to eat the kids. When they try to fight it, when they try to struggle against it, is when its grip gets tighter, right? And when it starts suffocating them even more and more. And it's only when they relax into it and they give up the fight that the monster releases.
Just relax! He's not relaxing, is he? Apparently not.
That's good. That's a good analogy, isn't it? Your mind's the same way. It likes to wrestle with you. It likes to get down in the mud and get down and dirty with you. It likes when you debate it, when you get in a conversation with it. And that's what I mean by we don't negotiate with the enemy. When that voice tries to get you down in the mud, tries to wrestle with you, tries to debate with you, you don't engage. You get up, you do what you gotta do, regardless of how you feel. And that's really a skill that needs to be learned and that needs to be practiced every single day. The second idea is actually one that's found in Scripture when Christ heals the paralyzed man by those healing waters in Bethesda. It's a very powerful story if you haven't heard it before. It is when Jesus approaches a paralyzed man who's been sitting at this body of water that he believes is going to heal him. The mythos goes that if you're the first one to jump into the pool when the waters bubble up, that you will be healed of whatever is ailing you. But because he's paralyzed, he can never be the first one in, so he waits by this body of water for like 30-something years and is never able to make it in. And it's a story about how desperate people can be for hope, you know, just that desperation for just some sense of hope that people will hold on to. And Jesus comes into town and he approaches this man and he says, "Do you want to be healed?" Like, what do you mean? Like, of course I'd like to be healed, but like, and then he goes through this litany of excuses of like, I've been here for years. And then Jesus looks at him and in very Christ-like fashion, right? No showboating, no big, no big sort of spectacle about it. He just tells the man, pick up your mat and walk. And the man, all of a sudden, miraculously, can move his feet. He can move his legs, and he does just that. He gets to his feet for the first time, and he picks up his mat and walks. And I find that story so powerful because it shows you that while Christ can bring healing, we are still the ones that have to take up the responsibility of picking up our mat, right? And that mat being the thing that symbolizes what's been holding us on the ground for however long we've been there, right? Whatever's holding you on the ground, whether that's your past, things that you've done in your past, or things that have been done to you in the past, whether that's anxiety, depression, whether that's past trauma, whether that's worries about your future, financial troubles, whatever your mat is, we have a responsibility to pick that up and walk regardless of what that mat is, right? It's an action that we have to take. You know, Jesus didn't pull him up physically. He didn't like magically levitate him up from the ground. No, he challenged the man, you get up. I've healed you, but now you have to get up. I think that is an incredibly powerful idea to bring into our daily lives, that sense of responsibility. If you wake up on a day and you're feeling a little lousy, whether it's because of anxiety, you're a little depressed, you're a little down in the dumps, you only slept like 3 hours the previous night, overall you're just feeling kind of like me, really bummy, and you really don't want to do anything, I have a responsibility to do the work that is before me. Right? That's what that story kind of tells me. That's, I think, a very powerful approach to our daily lives, is that we have a responsibility to our community, our family, to God. We have a responsibility to do the work that is in front of us. And that's been helping me with these days when I just kind of feel like bumming around, you know? The third idea is actually an idea I got from Chris Williamson. He's a good content creator. He's got his own podcast. I recommend it. But he said something in an interview that was very profound, and I just want to share it. He said, don't fix problems. Hold on. My neighbor's up there, man. I don't know what the hell they're doing. They are like dragging some chair across the... Can you guys hear that? I hope you don't hear that. Anyway, idea number 3 comes from Chris Williamson. We don't solve problems of the mind with the mind. We solve problems of the mind with the body. We often think that when we are being dragged down, when we're being bogged down by things like anxiety, depression, worry, we often think that we need to just figure it out, you know, in some vague sense. We just need to kind of solve it mentally. We need to think our way out of this problem. And he actually says, your body, it calls the shots for your mind, basically. Your mind will follow suit from whatever the body sort of is telling it to do, in a sense, if that makes sense. So the best way to actually solve problems of the mind is actually by moving your body, taking action, going to the gym, going on a run. Dude, try going on a 3-mile run and tell me if you feel depressed after that. I'm not saying all your problems are going to be solved, but like, the runner's high is real, all right?
Trying to think your way out of overthinking is like trying to sniff your way out of a cocaine addiction. You can't really change the mind with the mind. You have to change it with the body first. So going for a walk will do way more for your mood than sitting and thinking about and vacillating about whatever's dealing with you.
We get the body moving towards the goals that we are trying to pursue. We take action towards the goals that we are trying to pursue. And this has been really helpful for me, because I find that if I am just kind of feeling like a couch potato and I don't really want to do anything, and I've been binging, you know, YouTube too much that day or something like that, if I just get up and start doing stuff, like if I get up and I do the dishes, or I vacuum, or I start cleaning around the house, or I you know, sit down and start doing some work on my laptop, or just something, or I go on a run, right? If I just get my body moving in some way towards some sort of goal, whether it's housework or, I don't know, grocery shopping, like whatever it is, just start moving. And I find that when I just start moving, I oftentimes feel better. I will actually say I will almost certainly feel better. When you just start moving towards the things that you're trying to pursue, your mind will follow suit, and your mind will eventually catch up to you. So don't solve problems of the mind with the mind. Solve it with the body. Anyway, guys, I hope that's helpful. I've found myself in these types of slumps before, and I've really been just trying to explore ways as to how to build true momentum. You know, that's kind of been my problem for a while now, is that I'll often kind of get going and I'll pursue things and I'll be on track really well, and then somewhere along the lines I'll just kind of lose momentum. And I'm trying to figure out ways to kind of break through whatever barriers are causing me to kind of get off track, so that I can build momentum for long sustained periods of time. And I hope that for you as well, you can find ways to break through whatever barriers that are holding you back. And I hope this video was of some value. And yeah, that's basically all I got for today. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.